Hey, good morning. I know this isn't my usual setup, but you know, something happened just 2 seconds ago, and I was like, I want to make a video about this. I was sitting here looking at my Christmas pictures. Me and my kid took some Christmas pictures. And as a woman who grew up, if you're watching this video, right, you probably grew up with some childhood trauma. Um, you are probably very hypercritical of yourself. I describe it as having an inner mean girl, right? This inner mean girl was created in order to keep you safe in an unhealthy environment. But the problem is she shows up every day. And there's this inner fight that you have with her because she criticizes you as a way of protecting you. She criticizes you in order to prevent the world to be the world from being mean to you, right? So if you are already critical of yourself, what can the world say? What can your husband say? Or what can your children say? Or what can your boss say, right? Because you're already in this state of always beating yourself up. You're always in this state of picking yourself apart. But as I was looking at these pictures and criticizing myself, for 2 seconds, I went there like, oh God, like my weight. Oh, look at that. And then I said, girl, shut up. I know as a mental health professional, we don't be encouraging people to talk to themselves, but sometimes you got to talk to yourself and tell yourself, shut up. We're not going to do that today. These pictures are beautiful, right? That body is the body that God created. How can you sit and criticize yourself like that? How can you be so cruel and unkind? And I hope in sharing this, I hope in me being vulnerable that this will help you as well, right? Even your therapist has things about them, or your coach has things about them that they're working on and that they're trying to address, right? Because if you grew up in a toxic environment, there's certain things that you have to think your way through and you have to navigate through, right? Because those things are so embedded in you that it takes time before you get to the place that you're able to just live life without them bothering you or without them really impacting you. And so I just want to come on and share that if you have an inner mean girl, today is the day you tell her to shut up. Don't allow her to criticize you when you're standing in the mirror. Don't allow her to criticize you when you're at your children's basketball game and you guys take a picture because they won the championship and you're looking at yourself and you're like, oh God, I've gained weight. Don't allow her to criticize you when you're standing before people giving that speech. Don't allow her to criticize you when you're making love to your man. Don't allow her to criticize you. You tell that bald-headed Cynthia looking heifer to shut up. You let her know that she is not welcome anymore. Thank her for how she allowed you to survive one of the most painful periods of your time, of your life. But now you tell her, sister, I don't need you no more. I'm going to engage in self-love and self-care and self-acceptance. That's what I'm going to engage in from now on. I'm not going to engage in criticism. Excuse me, y'all. I'm not going to engage in that. I'm not going to be critical of myself. I'm not going to pick myself apart anymore. I don't live in that space, in that place anymore. And many of you don't live there anymore. I don't live, what do they say? Love don't live here no more. No, criticism, being hypercritical doesn't live here anymore. It doesn't live here anymore. So today, as you go about your day, check what you think. Check how you think about you. Don't criticize yourself. Don't be hypercritical. The Bible says, casting down every imagination. When you're critical of yourself, that's an imagination, sugar. You fearfully and wonderfully made. You're created in the likeness and image of God. How dare you? Like sometimes I talk to myself and I'll be like, Smithia, how dare you criticize God's craftsmanship and your raggedy humanity? Excuse me, ma'am? Excuse me? How dare you? Sometimes we have to take a moment and think and say, God sees me in a way that I can't even imagine. And then you need to begin to pray, Lord, let me see myself the way you see me. You think God would have looked at those pictures and been criticizing that lump and that bump and that dimple and that? No. He would have said, look at my daughter, the apple of my eye. So I pray you have a fantastic day. right? I want you to know I love you so much. I want you to know how important and special you are. If no one has told you today the impact that you have in the world, I want you to know that you are a movement. I want you to know that you're impactful. I want you to know that you are a big deal. I want you to know all those things. Love you so much. Bye.